Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and this is the third part to the deep dive of the position groups. Today, we're going over the wide receivers. I'd say this is a strong suit of the Broncos offense, is the receiver room. Before we get started, though, I do want to say, let me know in the comments what position group we should do next. I'm thinking either quarterbacks, tight ends, or linebackers, or if you have a different one that you think would be more fun to watch, let me know in the comments. And sorry, the last clip cut off for some reason, but yeah, just let me know what position group you would like to see next in the comments. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, as the support is greatly appreciated. And yeah, as always, I want to remind you that Jesus is King. I pray that you give your life to him, and he'll make you so much more happy and fulfilled, and help you out, and just you'll live a much better life. And you know, like I said, you feel fulfilled and happy, and it's one of the best things I've ever done. And I truly believe that this is why God is helping build my channel, so I can push the message out to more and more people, and get the word out of Jesus and the gospel. And I really hope you consider giving your life to Jesus and looking into it, and believing he died for the cross for your sins so you can go to heaven. And yeah, with that being said, let's jump right into this deep dive. So looking at the depth chart, we are currently carrying 13 wide receivers here in the kind of training camp preseason area. Obviously, we got Cortland Sutton, Jeudy, Tim Patrick, KJ Hamler, Seth Williams, Diontae Spencer, Tyree Cleveland, Kendall Hinton, Trinity Benson, Amara Darbo, Devondre Dukes, Brandon Mack, and Demarne Pearson L. are the receivers currently on the Broncos depth chart. Now, starting off with Cortland Sutton, obviously he's going to be wide receiver 1, weighing 216 pounds, standing 6'4". He has 3 years of NFL experience coming out of SMU, Southern Methodist University. He's the clear-cut number 1 wide receiver on this team, and after his torn ACL last year, he looks to dominate this next season and prove he's one of the best receivers in the NFL. You know, he's a great contested catcher, so when Locke throws it deep, he'll go up, he'll catch the ball, no matter who's covering him. He's great at that, and it'll help this offense next year with a dynamic receiver like him for Locke to throw the football to. Next up, we got Jeudy coming into his second year, weighing 193 pounds, standing 6'1". He obviously has the 1 year of experience last year, coming out of Alabama. Yeah, after that decent first season, Jeudy looks to take a huge leap and become the second number 1 wide receiver on the team, which would be awesome for us. You know, I love Jeudy. He's worked on his catching this offseason. He has really good speed. He ran a 4.4 at the combine, and his route running is elite. He's already a top 3 route runner in the league, in my opinion. And Jeudy can play both outside, as he did last year, but he can also play in the slot. And personally, I think the best place for Jeudy would be to play in the slot this season, because you look, we got Cortland Sutton on the outside, Jeudy in the slot, and we have this man on the other side, outside, opposite of Cortland Sutton, and Tim Patrick, weighing in at 212 pounds, standing 6 foot tall, with 3 years of experience coming out of Utah. Tim Patrick had a breakout year last year, establishing himself as the number 1 receiver and the go-to receiver for Drew Lock last year. And yeah, he looks to establish himself as the other receiver opposite of Cortland Sutton on the outside, and prove that he's another potential number 1 receiver on this team. And him, Jeudy, and Sutton on the same team, dude, that's insane. If Tim Patrick plays how he's been playing, if Cortland Sutton plays how he's been playing in past seasons, and they both take a little bit of step up, and Jeudy plays up to his potential, that's going to be a great receiving core. Then at number 4, we got KJ Hamler, the speedster out of Penn State, who has the 1 year of experience, obviously last year as a rookie coming in with Jeudy, standing 5'9", 178 pounds. He had a solid rookie season. You know, he had 3 touchdowns, 2 in the same game against Carolina. Hamler looks to establish himself as an elite deep threat receiver with that elite speed that we see, with the likes of Tyree Kill, Henry Ruggs, Mecole Hardman, just to name a few of those speedsters. But yeah, he can play outside if you need him to in certain situations, but I would rather see him play out of the slot, kind of like a Tyree Kill option for this piece. And yeah, well, he'll be the speedster, going deep, burning corners. I could also see him going on those end arounds and sweeps that Shermer ran last year. Next is Seth Williams, who is a rookie out of Auburn, standing 6'3", 211 pounds. Seth Williams is a really good receiver with a ton of upside. He somehow slipped to us in the 6th round of the draft. Fans of the Broncos this year, we should expect Seth Williams to be a special teamer and play a ton on the special teams, kickoff, kick return, punt return, punt coverage, kick coverage, all these other special teams. I expect him to get a lot of snaps in the preseason to see what we have in Seth Williams, but also expect him to get maybe one or two, a couple offensive snaps. I don't know, I said one or two, a couple offensive snaps towards the end of the season, kind of like we saw with Tyree Cleveland in Week 17 last year. Next is Diontae Spencer, and while he can be used as a wide receiver, I mostly expect him to be the punt and kick returner as he has been. He's been great for us. We finally have a solid kick returner that I can put my faith in. And yeah, I would also look for him on the sweeps, kind of like Hamler, the end arounds, all those other stuff. But yeah, he has 2 years of experience coming out of McNeese State, standing 5'8", 170 pounds. Yeah, I think he's one of the better return men in the NFL, and he's someone I have faith in that he's not going to fumble the ball when it gets kicked to him. Diontae Spencer is an elite kick returner, and I think he's a pretty decent receiver, but I mostly expect him to be used as that punt and kick returner for the Broncos next season. Now, Tyree Cleveland, standing 6'2", 209 pounds. He has the 1 year last year out of Florida. Obviously, he came in with Hamler and Jeudy. Obviously, Jeudy was the 1st-round pick. Hamler was the 2nd-round pick, and Tyree Cleveland was the 7th-round pick. But he showed some upside and some flashes last year of what looks to be a really good depth wide receiver for the Broncos. I do think he'll be at the bottom end of the wide receiver depth chart this year. But that's not necessarily a bad thing because I feel comfortable, and he looked great at the end of the season against the Raiders. And if a Broncos wide receiver gets hurt, unfortunately, if that happens, we got good depth in Tyree Cleveland to come and fill that up. Next is the GOAT, Kendall Hinton. The undrafted free agent last year. He has the 1 year of experience, standing 6 feet tall, 195 pounds out of Wake Forest. I do see him towards the bottom of the wide receiver depth chart, and I could see him making the team because there have been reports that he's looked really good. But I could also see him being placed on the practice squad. So it's a 50-50 shot. How many receivers do we want to carry on the team? Do we want to put him on the practice squad with obviously the ability of him potentially being signed to an active roster? So, we'll have to see. But I do like Kendall Hinton. Obviously, he's the GOAT playing quarterback for us during that weird COVID game. So I like Kendall Hinton. But where will he rank on the Broncos wide receiver depth chart? I think towards the bottom. But, if he needs to fill in, he can. Next up is Trinity Benson, who is a rookie wide receiver out of East Central University. Although I don't know if he actually is a rookie. I might have gotten that wrong. I was trying to find the stats, and I really couldn't find it on the website that I used. So he might not be a rookie, so forgive me if he's not. But he stands he weighs 180 pounds, standing 6 foot tall out of East Central University. And to me, he either makes the practice squad or he gets cut. I don't see him making the active roster. Props to him if he does make it, but if he doesn't, then, good luck to him elsewhere. Next up, we have Amara Darbo, wide receiver out of Michigan, who stands 6 feet tall, weighing 215 pounds. On the website that I found, it said he had 1 year of experience. He might have played in the NFL or got drafted a while ago, but I think he has 1 year of playing time experience. So, yeah, and once again, I do see him either making the practice squad or being cut by the Broncos this season. Next up is Vonte Diggs, who is another rookie out of University of Southern Florida, weighing 216 pounds, standing 6 feet 4 inches tall. I do see him either, once again, making the practice squad or being cut. Then we got Brandon Mack. We're going to go through these ones quickly, weighing 220 pounds, standing 6 feet 5 inches tall, who's a rookie out of Temple. I do see him, once again, making the practice squad or being cut. And then finally, DeMornay Pearson-L, wide receiver out of Nebraska, who I believe is going to be a rookie, technically a rookie this year, who stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing 190 pounds. I do see him, once again, making the practice squad or being cut. But, yeah, I think he was on the Raiders or something, but I don't think he actually played a season on the inactive roster. So I guess that technically makes him a rookie, but technically it doesn't. It's weird, this website that I found. For all the receivers after Kendall Hinton, it was weird trying to find how much years of experience they had. So if I'm wrong, please forgive me. And, yeah, the Broncos wide receiver room, I think, is stacked, not to mention with tight ends of Noah Fant, Albert Okwuegbunam, who we'll get when we cover the tight ends. I think it's going to be a good year, and I do think Drew Lock steps up and proves that he can be a franchise and a great quarterback. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to comment, subscribe, comment what you want to see, what position group you want to see next. Subscribe, leave a like, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.